someone explain what an aqueduct does to me?
So
Is it a dam? It's just a dam.
It moves water from one place to another.
I
Okay.
think you like dig into a mountain,
Mhm.
or well, it doesn't have to be a mountain, like a water source that's at a higher elevation. Have the aqueduct connect to the city, and it just
Yeah.
It's like a slope, and it just flows the water into the city or wherever you're trying to get it.
So it just controls the flow of water into a place.
Basically,
Pretty much, like if it's going into a mountain, it's collecting all the rainwater that would hit that mountain and moving it to the city effectively. I'm gonna say at least B tier, probably A.
I'm gonna say A. I would almost say S. I mean,
S?
It's water.
Make a case for S.
You have
No
to
one
have
needs water.
That's not the same thing.
You can settle way farther away from a water source and do things way farther away.
That's
I'll
okay.
defer to you guys on this one.
Okay, we'll leave it at A. Maybe
We'll leave it at A for now. Subject to change. AI, dude, F tier. Fucking I
think
do not fuck with AI.
remains to be seen, I think, but let's just put it somewhere.
Controversial opinion, but I think AI would probably be either a B or an A.
I
Not
was
for like
thinking-
art AI. I think that's awful, but it can be used for things like recognizing diseases,
True.
things like that.
Here's the funny thing about AI. It is a infantile technology in the current day, but we have so much media going back trying to like explain it or show it off that we already know what it's about or what it can be about or what it could do. And we're trying to build around that, which in its own way is terrifying. I would think C for
Or
infancy and also its potential in both directions.
That's fair.
Here's my thing with AI, right? Like, I'm not rating it on potential or like what it could do or like people have written about it doing. As of right now, like, whenever I hear about AI, it's like, oh, you're making images that are kind of okay and using a lot of energy to do it. And it's always like tech bros kind of like roundabout sort of ways talking about improving productivity in really like ways that don't make sense. They're like, I always go back to this commercial I hear coming back from work every day on NPR, and it's like, we use AI integrated into all our systems to do what? I don't know, man. I'd say C. I'm comfortable with C.
yeah, I was gonna say I think that it's like it could go either way.
It's yet to cure cancer, and I really want it to. I'm rooting for it.
I think we wouldn't even be able to say. I just don't think you could say right now. So we'll
Yeah.
just leave it at C.
Too soon.
Aeroplanes.
All right, so those just basically came around. I honestly think it's too soon for airplanes. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell how they're going to impact LeBron's legacy.
They make things happen a lot faster,
They do.
and they put a ton of pollution into the atmosphere while doing it. But your Amazon Prime package will be here tomorrow.
That's really what matters to me. That's okay. S tier, S tier, S tier.
I don't know. I mean, basically, they're getting people from one place to another quickly, or like packages.
It helped connect the world a good bit. So personally, I'd say at least a C.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of hard to put it anywhere other than like B or A, honestly.
I
We
would go
could,
B.
realistically speaking, we could go
Actually,
see Reese right now
That's true.
because of airplanes.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. That's something you could never, ever.
Something we
do.
would never
Like
in our
100
lives
years
ever
ago.
be able to do. Yeah.
Actually, now
We'd
that
have
you
to
say
circumnavigate the Cape of Good Hope and like.
that, now that you say that, I'm actually gonna say A. I think because
Yeah, right.
I'm so used to them. Like, especially like we live near the city, so we see them like all the time. It's like, oh, there's a plane.
Yeah.
But it's like, what it is pretty impressive. I vote A.
Yeah, I think A is pretty good.
Sure.
A for airplane.
Everybody on A?
I would genuinely argue S, but A is fine.
Okay. Well.
Let's say top of A for now. I
A
think that's a
plus.
good comp. Yeah.
Okay, this next one could either be, I have a calendar, but it could be like, I don't know, timekeeping calendars. We can just say calendars. Essential for agriculture.
Yeah,
it
we
is
already have
essential for agriculture, yes.
on there, don't we?
Agriculture is important.
I didn't have a concept of time, or I wouldn't have a concept of time. I don't think my life has been made better at any point for knowing that it's Tuesday.
I think we take it for granted these days because it is a very standard part of life, much like airplanes, honestly.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can track time more or less is, well, actually, do we have a clock on this damn thing? Do we have a clock?
I don't think we have clock.
Oh my god, we don't have a clock.
We should probably put clock on.
Oh yeah.
Or do we roll clock in with calendar?
Yeah,
do we just say time tracking?
Time tracking, yeah. We'll put that all together.
If
that's the
it's
case.
purely for time tracking, I would honestly put it at like pretty fucking high.
Really?
For just because of like what, agriculture or
Not even agriculture, just anything. Like if you need to track time in any form of way, a clock has got your back. You need to track how many days until an important date. Calendar's got your back.
I mean, how long did people live without like clocks or calendars?
Counter argument.
Sundial, my friend. Sundial.
Sundial, yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
True.
if the calendar didn't exist, I would never have to do my taxes. Because they could never tell me, oh, they're overdue. I'd be like, no, fuck you. Time is not real. It's not even a construct. Haha. Like I could put my vegetables in the ground and they will die, but you can't prove to me. You see where I'm going with this?
Okay.
God.
I would say, I don't know. I'll say B. But
I'll go with
I know
C
we
on it.
use it like I'm gonna vote A or B.
I can settle with B.
B.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll accept B, honestly. Like, it is an extremely valuable asset, but that I think we are taking for granted. But you know,
Yeah.
I'll concede a B. I will concede a B.
Okay, this one is not. I mean, we didn't invent fire, but you know,
We discovered fire.
Harnessing it though?
Harnessing it, using it, yeah, in general.
S. Easy S.
I'm thinking that like nothing else on this list would be here, I don't think, without this one. So
It has one really big important thing, and I may be forgetting exactly what it is, but there was a theory on the reason why our brains got so big was we were able to actually process our foods through
I was
cooking it
gonna
rather than
mention
having
that.
to just chewing it.
Yep.
Save us a lot of time to do other things and energy.
Yep. That's
I think this. Yeah, I think it's.
Fact.
I think this is an S.
So if it-
counterpoint.
Okay.
Counterpoint for fire. Fire hot.
Keep you warm,
Yeah.
light
It's S tier.
in the
It's like
dark. S.
maybe the most
We're done.
important thing we ever discovered.
Okay. Canned food. This one's pretty important, I think. But
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good too.
I mean,
Gives
See,
us
'cause
new ways to preserve food.
Yeah.
Refrigeration is on here, but
It
before
is.
we had that, we had canned food. Like that was the only
and
way
I
to
mean, we
keep
still do. We
anything.
still have lots of
Yeah.
canned food. I mean, what's the longest you can leave something? Like if you can something, what's the longest you could preserve it?
Oh, like years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Years,
Yeah.
typically.
That's
Not like
crazy.
indefinitely, but like a long time.
Yeah, and I mean it's food. You know, it's like the
Yeah.
aqueduct. You got to eat something.
Yeah. Like pickling, drying, salt storing, any form of preservation is pretty top tier, honestly.
Mhm.
Because people would not get through winter months without this sort of innovation.
Now, what I'm wondering is, would it be better or worse than like tier wise than refrigeration? Because it's way simpler. Like it's way easier to do, but refrigeration is kind of more impressive, I guess.
It's more
Refrigeration.
impressive.
Refrigeration's more impressive, but canning also has what's the word? It's mobility. You can actually just take a can with you a lot easier than you can a fridge.
The other thing about a refrigerator, though, is once you can something, it does. You can only can or pickle or whatever things. You can only preserve things a certain way. A fridge lets you preserve things as it is when you get it.
I mean, I would say at least a B, probably maybe. Higher.
I'd say it's better than calendars.
Yeah, me too.
True. So it's got to be like an A then. Yeah.
That are up just above calendars and
We're really hating on the concept of time in this one, aren't we?
I am really existential about this shit. My days are numbered now. Thank you, calendar.
So are we doing like a B plus or an A? I'm thinking A.
I'm thinking A.
A.
I'd say B. I'd say B plus.
Okay, Reese.
Mm,
If you say B, then we're tied.
Here's a tricky thing. A lot of these could easily go A, S, B, and then we really, since it's a tier list, we really have to start ranking these.
Yeah.
I'm going to say B for the moment,
I'd say
and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, once we get some more on here, we'll have a little bit more. We can rearrange them or whatever we need to do.
Yeah.
Computer, not internet yet. I have that on here separately. This is just a computer.
F. Hate it. Garbage.
What did computers do before internet?
What did they ever do for me?
Data, storage, and collection. Well, no, not collection, just storage, really.
Computer alone without the internet?
So whenever I think of like pre-internet computer, I think of like Alan Turing, like solving code, decryption type shit. The computer from war games.
I mean, Pong was also built on one of these, in fairness, prior to the internet.
Oh shit, we wouldn't have video games without computer.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't have the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV.
You wouldn't be talking to me.
That's fair. I wouldn't even know you. Shit. No, that's internet. That's internet.
I think
Yeah.
the potential internet would be... internet I think would be higher, maybe. Computer alone would be a little lower.
I actually would put the computer above internet. I'm not going to lie.
This...
Okay.
I want to put some of these lower, but this one seems like such a big one again.
Okay. Our entire society revolves around the computer and the internet. Like, my entire job would not exist if computers didn't exist.
Same. That actually brings up another point, though. Honestly, this kind of gets a little more philosophical on maybe how computers have started ruining lives more than helping.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit that at some point. Yeah.
Well, what part of them, like, because I'm thinking when I think of that computers ruining lives, I'm thinking like internet.
Well, just the commodification of people's time has been made easier to do through the computer.
Yeah.
Like, you're just glued to a screen for 12 hours a day. We should have stopped with fire. That we should have just stopped as a species.
No, once fire,
no more.
It was all over.
It was all downhill from fire. We peaked at fire. More important than canning and more important than the calendar.
All right, we'll do. Is that how they usually do it? Like, you put it
yes.
If it's like a plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's the best, it's the
Is calendar the worse than canned food?
Yes, I think so.
Aqueduct and plain. Which one's better?
I'll go plain above aqueduct.
Yeah, I would say plain.
Funny thing is, modern plain does not work without computer. I know we can plain without computer, but modern plain does not work without computer.
Okay,
is computer S? Shit.
We can come back to it. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can come back to it. All right. In general, electricity, using it.
Oh, is this what this is? Electricity?
This is. Again, it's like fire. We didn't make it. We didn't invent it, but harnessing electricity.
I think this comes down to S, actually.
Yeah.
It does too.
I think electricity is S.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's like a very similar. Once electricity, like everything changes.
Everything.
That whenever humans harness an element, it's going into S more than likely.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the current meta.
The meta. Okay, now this one's internet. Let's just get this out of the way.
F.
We already kind of talked about it.
Agreed. F.
Listen, have you been on the internet? It's fucking terrible. It's
I would
Twitter.com? Hell no.
I would probably put it in C. Because it is really crazy, incredible, but it's a double-edged sword.
More so nowadays than when it was first put into the public's hands. I would agree with that. as Travis kind of touched on earlier with commercialization, time has been even more heavily commercialized thanks to the internet.
Yeah.
We have listen, okay, here's my argument, right? Like, we have the Library of Alexandria in our pocket at all times, and we're sitting here right now at 7:39 p.m. or whatever time it is in the Upside Down, and we're rating like this is what we're doing. We could learn anything, and this is what we're doing.
What we're doing wouldn't even be happening if it wasn't for the internet.
Also true,
the Baghdad House of Wisdom in our pocket, and here we are just rating it.
I don't know, is it mid? I don't know. Like, there it is.
I'm just gonna go C on this one. I might change my mind later.
I think it's certainly better than AI.
Okay, C, high C.
Yeah, I think C is fine, honestly.
Yeah.
C is definitely fine for the moment.
Because, like, as amazing as it is, there are so many bad things that it has brought about and normalized that I don't care for.
Okay, this one, I'm actually not. I'm not a wheel stan.
Yeah.
I'm not a wheel stan.
Even though most of our tech would not have come about without the wheel. Airplanes could not land without wheel.
The success of the wheel is contingent on roads. Not always, but a lot of the time.
I think wheel helps make road. I do not think it is contingent on road.
Wheel isn't exclusive to like movement, though. Also, have
No,
things
it's
like
not.
like gears are technically wheels. I know in windmills use them for grinding
Yep.
grain into flour.
Okay. I mean, big, but I'm just saying it's a little. I think wheel's a little overrated. I'm gonna be honest, just a little.
Me no like wheel.
No.
Wheel round.
Okay.
Carry thing on back. Fine, work fine. Wheel on ground, can put thing in on wheel cart.
No
Move.
change.
No, bad.
New.
Not
Bad.
good. Don't like. Roll downhill.
All right.
Not like,
Wheel make
not like
transportation good. Wheel help transport
maybe.
everything. Car cannot go without wheel. Airplane cannot land or take off without wheel.
I'm just
Friend
saying.
Grog, get wheel. Recent.
You
Friend
wanna
Grog, insufferable about wheel. Hate wheel.
If you're in the Bronze Age and you want to make a chariot, you just have to have the terrain for it or a road. If you don't have those things, you can use it for some things still, but I'm just saying.
I mean, you kind of.
I'm just
you kind
saying.
of with the wheel.
My point is, it's not S. That's all I'm saying. I think it's A, maybe. B, maybe.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with A above airplanes.
Oh hell no! Not above airplanes. No. I stand airplanes forever. I'll be dead in my grave before I let the wheel take over the airplane slot. I'm a wheel hater. Airplane in sky like bird. Wheel on ground. Wheel bad.
Low A?
I'll go
Oh, that
below
sounds good.
aqueduct.
Yeah.
All right, I can. Oops, wrong one.
That's melting.
Yeah, Travis brought up iron and bronze working and stuff, and I just did metallurgy just to do that all in one thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
yeah, it fits.
This one is pretty big.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just make the argument here. We separate time on a timeline pre and post discovering bronze and iron.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
It was that big a deal. I have to put this in S.
This is also
Yeah.
arguably harnessing another element, in this case Earth, because we are melting down portions of the Earth to create something new.
I should have
You got what is it? What is a CPU if not just metal?
make rock think. I'm willing to put this in S. I agree. I think unless Tyler's an anti-metallurgy guy, then I think S.
Nah, I think that's a good S.
Okay. I think this one's gonna be.
F.
F.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know.
F.
Money.
F.
Realistically, this should actually honestly be like C above. But not S. I'm not going S.
No.
Currency is necessary, but this also just preys on human greed to the highest extent.
Yeah. Better
We should go
or
to a
worse?
strictly barter economy.
That's what I was
Trade
about to say.
goods for goods.
Well,
The problem
It's
with
the
the
root-
bartering
it's
system
literally
is
the
as
root
soon
of
as you
all
run into
evil.
something that you want something from and they don't want anything, it stops. That's it.
all right. How about I think this. Well, you're gonna say F probably, Travis, right?
Yeah, I'm going. I honestly F.
I'm willing to say C. I cannot, in good conscience, say that money is a whole negative. It has done a lot, but for what it also brings, it can't go any higher than C in my mind.
I agree with that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here's
Go
my
C.
logic. Right.
Okay,
Here's
okay. This is your chance to get it from a C.
Here's my chance. Yes. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. So AI, right? We all agree it's an open book. It could go either way. The internet, it's got some goods, it's got some bads, but it's really important. We're literally using it right now to talk. Currency, right? It's not as good as the internet. I don't find myself being like, oh man, I just really want. No, the internet is fucking. It sucks, but it's also based as hell. I love the internet, but I also hate it. I just straight up don't like money. I wish I didn't have to make money. I wish I didn't have to think about money. I wish it wasn't a concept. I have to file my taxes. Bro,
This all rolls back round to taxes.
for making money, I don't like it. Like, if I could just trade a thing I made for a Gundam, I would. You don't think I'd trade 2 goats for a fucking Zazabi? I would. But instead, I have to sell my time and my labor. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been in this essay. I will.
Don't worry, we'll get to the steam engine.
Yeah, that's a different thing. You're right.
I would still agree C. I mean, looking at all of like civilization, I would say C. I would agree. I don't know if that was enough to get it down to a D.
Okay, whatever. Fine.
Don't worry, we got another good one here. Nukes.
Can we please put this in F?
Yeah,
F.
I'll be fine with F.
literally nothing good has come from this.
It's a good deterrent, though. There's been a lot less
Okay,
major
yeah,
wars.
It's
For
a
other
deterrent
nukes.
against itself.
It only works if the other guy has a nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, F is fine. That's fine with me. F.
Like,
Put the
you can say what
extinction
you
ball
want
on F.
about, yeah, you can say what you want about currency. As much as I don't like it, I don't think it was a fucking mistake. You know? I don't look at that and think, oh man, we really fucked up that day. Like, no.
Okay.
F.
We got a good one. Penicillin. This is a big one.
Is this, can we
Or
just
just
say this is
medicine in
antibiotics in general? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's just do that.
Because
Medicine in
penicillin
general,
was the
S
first
tier.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
Medicine is S.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say below,
It's. I mean, to
probably the
anyone,
bottom, honestly.
I think if you were to show someone antibiotics who was like from 500 years ago, like you went back in time, you could be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is literally a magic cure," and they would just believe you.
They would think it's magic.
Yeah, I'm willing to do S. I
Yeah,
this
I think so.
There's really not. I don't think there's much of a downside for antibiotics.
I would literally not be alive without modern medicine.
Yeah.
Like I
Same.
had pneumonia like last month for like an entire month. If it was like a time without antibiotics, I would have just fucking died. So yeah, no.
Now, steam engine.
Choo-choo.
Industrial Revolution.
Steam and all that was another major leap in our technological evolution. In fairness, like you've got
Mhm.
bronze and then you've got steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
Led to a lot of
crazy.
automation.
It's
Damn.
always crazy to me how long it. I mean, of course, it's easy for me to say this, sitting in the modern day, but like it seems crazy to me that no one figured out steam for like so long.
Yeah.
Because it's not that complicated.
Okay. if we want to like actually like boil it down, ha 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 ha.
Uh.
So nuclear energy does not work without steam. Geothermal
True.
energy does not work without steam. Like,
Mm.
harnessing steam
Advanced
as a
steam
steam,
engines.
I think S,
Yeah.
honestly.
For all the
I'd
shit we
say
do
A,
for
but-
the industrial revolutionary bit, Steam was pretty important.
Okay.
It was.
Let's just do that. We can move it if we need to.
Yeah.
Radio.
Ooh.
Mm,
I keep saying
This is a good
I say
one.
that every time.
This is an important one, but it doesn't rank nearly as high as most of
some of
these,
the
I think.
others, yeah.
I'd personally say C, 'cause kind of
That's what I was
middle of the road for me.
It's worse than the internet. How long? Okay.
So C or D, I guess.
How long did they use like the radio as the dominant form of communication before like the internet came around?
A long time. I mean, like 1800.
Well, you say internet, you've also missed a step in TV.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, like the printing
Yeah.
press was holding it down for like a couple centuries before radio came along.
True
So,
enough, the printing press didn't have anything else to go against until that time
Yeah,
either.
it was pretty much just undefeated. How long was the radio around? Like realistic?
1890s is when it was invented.
I'm gonna say D, honestly.
Not that long. I mean, not compared to the printing press, not that long. But still, I mean, like for the first time to be able to relay information like that, I mean, that's pretty big.
I would also argue, in fairness, that when everything else breaks down in emergency situations, like, say, the cyclone happening around Brisbane currently, if all your like power and whatnot goes out and you've got a battery-powered radio, that's the only way you're getting communication in that moment.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, C seems to be communication tier. I think radio also goes in the communication tier.
Yeah, there is starting. You're right. There is like a pattern emerging.
Well, if that's the case, we just need to move currency down to D tier because it has nothing to do with communicating.
It sort of does.
Sort of. Yeah, sure.
D for dinero.
Low. Okay, better than money. Or
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, better than money, yeah.
Okay, refrigeration.
Refrigeration, I would argue this kind of just goes hand in hand with preservation. I think it just goes in B.
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
So, refrigeration, Totino's pizza rolls. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, I actually don't like those. I actually don't like those.
Wow, okay. Bagel
But
bites,
I get
pretty
your-
good, right?
Okay, yeah, I can do bagel bites. I don't know.
You can have anything that is perishable in the world because of the refrigerator. But another thing is like further than just food, think about like all the perishable medicines and ingredients
yeah,
that go
that's a big
into
one, yeah.
that are have to be kept like I
Yeah.
kind of have to put it
Like,
at least an A tier. At least an A.
Yeah, look, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I would say
A is pretty good there.
Yeah, medicine aspect alone, I'd have to say A.
Also, Totino's pizza rolls just really good, man. Like
Okay, I get it, yeah.
hashtag not sponsored, but
Where should we put it in A? I don't know if it matters that much, but
probably below the wheel, realistically.
He's accepted the wheel!
I hate the wheel! I hate it!
I don't know if maybe I should just like mix this one up with like internet smartphones. But no,
I
I feel
Oh,
like
I
the
don't think I should.
phone, it
It's like-
doesn't stand out too much.
My personal
say-
feelings on this one is an F.
No, I was gonna say D, actually.
I was also
I was
Because,
thinking
like-
D. It's convenience, but that's about it.
It's
It's got a lot of
convenient.
Convenience, but it also leads to like the terrible sort of convenience as well.
yeah.
Just like cut to every fucking Banksy picture of like guys glued to their phone, shitty fucking pretentious art. Like, it's not gonna wipe out humanity. It's not a nuke, but also it just kind of sucks the things it's done to
Yeah.
society.
I mean,
you know?
I'd say that's more
Yeah.
on the internet rather than the phone.
Yeah.
The phone's just an interface
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, for the phone itself, I'm happy to put it in the communication tier.
And money, apparently.
yeah.
There's a
Look,
lot of
AI is
people
also in there as well, all
We
right?
should put money in D for dollars. Whatever. Okay. I think C's fair.
C for cell phone.
Yep.
I think it's better than money. Have
Oh,
you ever
it's gotta be
played Clash
better
of
than radio.
Clans? Yeah, probably. honestly.
Right there. Soap.
Okay, so realistically,
I'm
okay,
saying
like
C or B.
no, okay, B.
I
I'm
think
good
it's
with
B.
B. Probably,
It's not
I'd
just
probably say, like, think of like before. Okay, before medicine, before modern medicine.
Yep.
soap was low key holding it down.
Pretty much.
Like before we
yeah.
knew what germs were, soap was still doing the
But
job.
How long was soap around though?
Soap, okay, so soap has been around since like before like written word. Like people were washing their clothes in like
Okay.
streams with like lye deposits, and it would come out cleaner, and they understood that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Off a quick Google, I'm seeing 2800 BC. So
Yeah, soap
I've
has
heard
been
of it
holding
a long
it
time.
down for a bit. Yeah,
Okay.
Soap's kind of goated.
Okay. Now the printing press. So I think this one's pretty big.
yeah, that's S.
S.
Because like, yes, absolutely, all the shit like. How do I build an airplane? Well, you can read about it with this thing called the written word, and like, yeah, it's everything else is kind of contingent on, writing shit down.
I'm willing
The
to
written
do that.
word does not need a printing press, but the printing press makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yes, I
It
would
makes it
probably
more
say,
accessible to pretty much everyone,
yeah,
rather than just the rich who can actually afford books.
yeah. I would say above antibiotics, but below metallurgy.
Above antibiotics.
Yes, because those don't exist without like people knowing how to fucking read and
True,
spreading the
okay,
word.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm willing
Like,
to do S.
Yeah, education spikes because of the printing press.
Literacy, yeah,
Mhm.
literacy as a whole went up because of the printing.
Okay. Yeah. I'm immediately saying F on this one.
What
Yeah.
is this one?
This is the best.
Social
thing I can
media.
find. We are
Okay.
not meant to see what 5 million people are thinking at any given time.
Hear me out. No. Hear me out.
I'm surprised. Are you about to defend this?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh God! All right.
This is
I cannot eat without YouTube playing in the back.
okay. YouTube is a little different. I think.
It's the same shit.
It counts. But I'm talking.
Have
Social
you
media.
ever seen?
Facebook?
Have you ever seen a picture of somebody's cat and been like, "That's a really cute cat"? Yeah,
That just
Yeah.
feeds into the whole addiction cycle we were shitting on earlier, though.
but that's better than nuclear war, isn't it?
Yeah, it can go above the nukes then.
I would say D.
Okay.
You can find like-minded individuals
That's
who
true.
share your beliefs and organize from all over the world.
All right. I'm okay. I'm willing to do D.
D,
I will say
fine,
D.
D.
I'm insistent
I'll
on
accept
D.
But it's a
D.
low D.
That's fair. I'm good with that. It's just
Put
not
something above it.
the potty. The potty.
Big one.
I feel like it ties into sewage, which
Yeah.
if we're talking sewage was a massive thing because it literally cuts disease in a city in half. I'm making up the number when I say in half, but you get the idea.
Who all had it? But like Rome had plumbing, and then they just we kind of lost it.
Yeah, their empire
Sometimes.
collapsed. Maybe it was all the lead. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anything. I think
Everything.
I've said this before. You know that lead's periodic table element is PB, and that's kind of weird, right? It stands
Mhm.
plumbing and PB. Like it's like plubumbium or something like that. It's plumbium. I don't know what it's actually called, but
Is that-
plumbing and lead are so like historically linked. That's
Oh.
why that element is called that.
It's not.
I would accept high B or A
I would
tier.
say it can't be better than like canning food because that's going to keep you alive.
I can take a shower.
True. Yeah. Good point. And it
All of
takes a
the
lot of
best ideas I have in the shower.
it takes especially like now, it takes a lot of planning, like pretty impressive planning and engineering to get all that working.
When I play
but
City
cities in
Skylines,
general require so much planning anyway. Like,
when I
you
play
start-
City Skylines, that's the first thing I do is set down the pipes. It's that important. It's the
That's
thing
true.
you build
That's a
everything
good
else
point.
around. Society is built on it.
I'd say B, somewhere in B.
I'm gonna have to go with A.
Okay, we got an A and a B.
I'm thinking
I'm gonna
B.
say,
B, 2 Bs.
I'm gonna say A.
So either a low A or a high. We'll just do a low A.
I think that's fair.
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
A television.
it's
Okay.
fantastic for getting visual news.
Sure.
Outside of that, it doesn't really bring much benefit to society aside from entertainment.
Going from nothing to radio was a huge jump, but going from radio to television isn't that big.
Agreed. Yeah, that's kind of exactly how I feel about
Well,
it.
I mean, how often do you watch like a movie or a show? Because I don't.
Not that often.
Okay, I don't either. But
Yeah, same
like, a
here.
lot of people, like, they watch a lot of movies and shows, and it's like it's a replacement for like a really convenient theater.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd give it a C, maybe.
I feel better about it than the smartphone.
Better than money?
Oh, fuck yeah. 100%.
Better than, so a little better than radio and better than money. Why don't we just put it right here?
I'm fine with that. A bit above
That's
the
probably
radio,
good.
below cell phones. Honestly, that actually works. I would
Yeah,
agree
sure.
with that.
This one, I got probably S tier writing.
Chuck it up there with the printing press.
Allows us to keep records.
Yeah, like you kind of put it before the printing press because, like, even like you said, before the printing press, like they were still writing shit down. Kind of, we wouldn't know so much about the way people lived before if not for writing.
I don't think there's any. I mean, we all agree that goes where it is, right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
A bow and arrow,
This is tough.
pretty big.
Yeah.
For
In modern society, it doesn't do anything. In
yeah.
the society of like Renaissance prior, it is such an effective tool.
Yeah, for a long,
Game-
long time.
I'm gonna put it in F.
Why?
I'm gonna put it in F, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. I will
This is
tell you
bullshit.
why. Before the bow and arrow, before archery came around, cool armor and swords was a lot more prevalent. People were wearing plate. They were hitting each other with maces and swords, and the whole weapon triangle didn't exist. It was just me with my sword and my enemy with his sword.
Yeah.
And then they brought bows into it, and now
Pretty
it's
sure
cringe.
bows predate that.
Yeah,
Really?
Hunter gatherers have.
Yes.
Pretty much go like spear and then bow.
We're talking spear bow. It is one of the earliest hunting tools.
So really, it's swords that break the weapon triangle.
Still cringe. Still
Gotta-
cringe.
What-
Fire Emblem, I
what's-
hate all my archer units. I always reclass them. I hate them. Cringe.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Put it A above airplanes, because bow beats aerial units.
Whoa, you're putting it above airplanes, motherfucker. Slow down there. Whoa.
We're going to talk weapon triangle? Bow beats plane.
Okay, no, it fucking doesn't. I'd like to see you take out a fucking Boeing 747 with a bow and arrow. Slow
Give me
down,
a
buddy.
few good shots into those engines, and sure, we're on fire.
You need at least a goose to take one of those bad boys down. I don't even know what aqueducts do, and I think that they're better than bow and
Is this good? What do you think? Like,
Works for me.
fine. That's.
I think it's fine, yeah.
farming, agriculture, all that good stuff.
I mean, that's got to be
Pretty
like
big.
S.
S.
To be like
Yeah.
even maybe above electricity.
Yeah.
I would put it between fire and electricity there.
You
I think that's
don't
good,
have
yeah.
society without agriculture.
This is literally the beginning of society is agriculture.
Yeah, groups of
Allows
people
society
did
to
not
actually
live
grow.
in the same place without agriculture.
All right, let's do. Well, you said S. Somebody said S.
I said S between fire and electricity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Tyler.
Yeah, I think that's fine between fire and electricity.
That one's a pretty simple one. This is that thing I was talking about earlier. How did you guys say that? I don't want to mispronounce it.
I'm going to look it up so I don't mispronounce.
It's ALT. Do you know what this is, Reese?
Oh, rat
We were
rattles.
talking about it?
No, I have no clue what this
So
is.
It's
You
a
need
basically-
to-
spear thrower.
Yeah,
Adelotl.
Adelotl.
Oh, is this the javelin tool?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I do
It's
not
like
think
a
this is.
bow, but worse.
Honestly,
honestly.
but still, I mean,
This is useful, but you do not need it if you've got the javelin already. This makes the javelin stronger. I would not call this revolutionary in any way.
I don't think it's as good as soap. I don't know,
In
man.
a world without bows,
yeah.
it's pretty good. Because it's pretty much the only way to like get a powerful shot with your spear.
I feel like this deserves to be in a more cultural invention sort of list rather than a general invention list, if I'm going to be honest.
Why do we have soap below the calendar? I think that soap is a lot better than the calendar.
Doesn't
It's
calendar just
kind
find
of
in stuff in
egregious
general?
the more I look at it.
Do I want to put it in C?
Again,
or
it's
do you
not-
want to not put this one on.
Let's just not bother. I don't think.
I don't think we understand it well enough and its
Yeah.
place in history.
Yeah, I'm like, you're like, what is this? You like throw it and it like goes.
It's like a slingshot, but not really.
It's like it's like a thing on it. Yeah, you're right. Let's just leave it off of there. This one is pottery.
Pottery's pretty based.
It's pretty
Pottery
good.
was how you held water and kept it in
Yeah.
your home.
You can put anything in a pot, really.
Storage of the highest caliber back in the day.
Yeah.
An A. I think that was
A.
pretty easy. A.
I don't think it's as good as a computer.
Here we go again.
I don't think it's as good as the computer.
Pottery's got to go down.
I think the computer might need to go up then, because
Actually, hang on. For argument's sake, this would also drop it to B anyway, but pottery was effectively one of the earliest points of preservation prior to canning, really. It's like the first step, because you have food/water, and then you put food/water into pot, and then it is you don't have to go down to the stream to drink your water. You take pot down to stream, fill it up, bring it to home, water in home. Preservation may not be the best way, but it's the start of it. Like, you don't start preserving things unless you can put thing into some sort of container.
I assume you would use it for like fermenting things too.
yeah,
Yes.
you can sometimes bad things can be in a pot, like snakes. I saw it in Indiana Jones. They put snakes in pots. That's just sometimes that happens. It's not a B tier, not an A tier anyway. It is a B tier, not an A tier.
All right. I'm happy to put it above cans. Let's go with that.
Cans.
I think so. I think that's super fair. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
That'll work. Yep. Mathematics in general.
F ew.
You would not have airplane without math. Don't diss math.
I
We
True.
don't have aqueduct either.
I think math
wouldn't
is an
have
easy
the
S as much
majority-
as I hate
yeah.
math.
Yeah, like, we wouldn't have most of the shit we're seeing on this screen without math.
It's
whatever.
basically the foundation.
I don't think we need to think about this one too hard. Math. This one looks like nothing, but it's cartography. That's what this one's supposed to be.
This is pretty important.
Yeah.
This is pretty important.
Like all of
Mhm.
trade was based around knowing where you're going.
We're going to get to something later that also relies heavily on this. It's downplayed heavily in our current... Well, actually, no, it's not. Google Maps. You would not have Google Maps without cartography.
I
Really?
wouldn't know where the fuck I'm going anytime without my GPS, and cartography is just a dumb GPS, so I think I'm good with that.
A?
A
Oh,
sounds good.
yeah.
All right, let's just.
A's pretty good.
Gunpowder.
Oh,
Floating D,
I think it kind of does belong in D.
but also
Yeah,
fireworks.
The fireworks, yeah.
are pretty cool.
Does fireworks outweigh the like killing though?
No,
Yeah, sadly, gunpowder is either weapon or entertainment. Well, actually,
It could be used for mining. Using
yeah, it's
Dynamite.
going to be used for mining, dynamite and whatnot.
so
but
it does have a practical use. If you can blame the nuke for being bad, it's a nuke is just a gun
the
scaled up
nuke
a
has
billion
no
times.
other practical purpose other
Uh-huh.
than being destructive.
And I would
Gunpowder
do the
has
same
practical
argument
purposes
with gunpowder.
in its destructive capability.
Reese, what do you know about guns? They're outlawed where you come from.
We can still have guns in Australia. They are heavily licensed.
Listen, leave this one to the Americans, okay? I think we have the authority to speak here.
All right. I'll let the Yanks have this one. All right.
You could literally play at least our schools. Like, you could play that card right now. I think it goes in D tier.
I personally say D.
Yeah, I guess we'll do high D. Reese.
I think I've been voted out of this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Where do you know? No, Reese, where do you think it belongs?
I literally believe it belongs somewhere in C, honestly.
Where
but like,
where in C?
What-
I'll
what
humor
thing
you. Where
C
in
is
C?
it better than?
I'll put it above money. I'll put it above money.
Even though I did just argue really hard for it to be in D, I do think it's better than money.
Tyler, do you have a? I think you need to break the tie here. I'm saying C, lowest C.
Personally, I say D.
I can't believe you guys.
Social
think
media
that
kind of really sucks, so.
So we've got a.
I can't believe you guys are like,
So we've
man,
got a low D, a
Facebook,
high
the
D.
root of all evil, slightly better than nuclear bombs. Twitter.com.
Oh, okay, whatever. We'll put it in high D. We'll leave it at that. Oh, vaccines. F.
F, useless. You gave
Again,
me
I would not
autism
be
F.
alive today without this one. I can't
Nope.
actually put it in F.
I
I'm
love
just talking
rubella.
diabetes. I cannot
knowing
live
what it
without
is.
injecting myself every day.
Shit, yeah, I guess so, huh?
That's not a vaccine, though, is it?
Not a vaccine, but if we're going by vaccine as an injection, I do need to inject myself every day to live.
Skill issue?
Fight me in the Denny's car park?
Polio
It's
is
true. Look at
boss.
me.
Polio is... We never have to worry about polio again.
Let's just put it next to antibiotics because it's similar.
Yeah, those
I
kind of
think-
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I think it's worse than antibiotics by a little bit.
This one I added like kind of later on. It's 3D printing. I don't know. We can take that one off. It was just something I thought of.
No,
It's pretty good.
it's better than gunpowder and money.
You can make
And
It's
the radio.
cool, but I don't feel like it does.
3D print
This is the Gundam brain talking right now.
Yes, it is. It's better than the radio. You can 3D print a wheel, and you're telling me that it's not as good as the wheel? Realistically speaking, I think it's actually better than social.
I'll allow it.
I would say low C.
I think that's probably good.
I have satellites and I also have space shuttles. We can just do like space travel.
No, dude, no, two totally different things. Yeah.
I mean satellites huge for GPS.
Yeah.
Satellites are huge for communication nowadays.
Yeah.
GPS, communication.
I think I want to say B, personally.
I don't think it's as important as the toilet.
So we're thinking B.
Yeah.
I think below computer would make sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say just below preservation, actually.
I think that's good. Just
Satellites
space
is better.
travel in general, right?
I mean,
We
It's
are
cool, but
still
space travel's
working
in
on this,
infancy.
technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on vibes. I mean, I would say B at least. It's cool.
If we're talking, okay, listen, if we're talking about impressive shit, like that's the top of the top. Like
Yeah.
we sent the guy to the fucking rock in the sky. That's like nutty.
True.
Yeah. In terms of practical use currently, though, it doesn't really sit anywhere. All it is right now is a massive resource sink for science.
I mean, a lot of the technology we have was pioneered
Because of NASA.
space travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually argue put it at the top of C, actually.
How did we decide that the internet isn't as good as AI?
It's a good question.
The internet is objectively better than AI.
Okay, let's get these all on the board and then
Okay.
And then we'll rearrange. Yeah.
Roads.
Oh shit, man.
Now, for someone who does
Hey.
roads, you might not like roads. I don't know.
No, you would
But-
think that, right?
But you don't
like
need a wheel.
the
You don't need a
contrary.
wheel for a road.
walk down. You can walk down a.
I'm gonna
Roads
say-
are pretty pog. I would actually put roads above the aqueduct there.
Yeah, I think this looks pretty good.
I think
Yeah.
it's better than the bow, honestly.
Mm.
Like all of our.
About
Okay,
that.
hear me out.
Lower
Hear
in
me
the
out.
middle.
Hear me out. All of our goods and services, like, are brought to us by roads.
You are
If
correct.
roads-
However, the bow was an essential survivalist tool
Yeah, there wouldn't be
for the
roads.
majority of our species.
I think right where it is perfect.
Yeah, it's good there.
Telephone.
Yes, it's better than the radio. I would actually put this
Yeah.
on cell phones.
It's better than the TV. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think
Actually,
it's
Put that
more-
above the internet.
agreed. Yes, because the internet had to use the phone line at first because it went.
Yes, we had dial-up, which used the phone lines.
Oh,
I think it's better than AI.
I agree.
Actually,
Really?
can we just
Okay.
very quickly, let's just throw AI at the bottom of C, just real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I'm willing. That's fine right there. I think that's fine where it is.
It's good for now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Lightning McQueen.
Okay, cars,
Ka-chow.
but also just combustion engine vehicles in general. Modern vehicle, or cars, automobiles.
Chow.
You need roads.
This is...
So worse than roads.
You do typically need road. It does not necessarily need road, but is best with road.
Yeah, like way, way better.
However, given what it does for people these days, I would put it somewhere between aqueduct and cartography, somewhere in that range in A tier.
I think cars shouldn't have killed public transportation.
But we're also lumping in the internal combustion engine as an idea.
True.
So as much as I want to dogpile on Cars and Cars 2, I mean, mainly Cars 2, it's kind of super important. Okay,
I think-
please, I'm begging you, can we say that cars are better than the wheel? Please, please.
Actually, no, put that shit just below the wheel.
No.
Car needs wheel. Wheel important.
No! Damn it! I almost got away with it. Okay, wait, no, hold up. I think that indoor plumbing is better than the car. 100%. Like, it's better than the internal combustion engine. Because, I don't know, man.
Put refrigeration above cars then too.
Yeah,
They're
that's
both really
fair.
important.
We can move that around here in a minute. Just paper. Just paper.
Just paper.
That's it.
Paper's pretty good. Well, actually,
Pretty good.
because it kind of doesn't really do anything on its own.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I put it up in the same tier as
Actually-
writing.
does this really need to be on here when we have writing up there?
That's true.
Sumerians would use the clay tablets to write on, so it's kind of different.
Could we just say, cloth or fabric?
Yeah, let's just do that. All that.
Yeah.
Clothing, cloth, fabric. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sure.
Clothing
It
just
doesn't have
protects
to
it
be
from the elements.
fashionable.
Put it around B at least.
Less than soap.
Less
Clothing
than
helps.
soap.
I'll concede that
Bro, I love soap.
clothing helps. It helps us with our environment.
It helps us live in more places than we normally do.
Exactly. Yes.
So maybe
Yeah.
I would say okay, yeah. Then in that case,
Whoa, slow down.
I would say it's
Soap
gotta be
kind
right
of
with soap.
goaded.
I love that.
Soap is goaded. Clothes are also goaded.
Yeah.
When it's not for just aesthetics. When it is for practical purpose, clothes pretty goaded.
I like soap a lot.
Yeah, you
I think
do.
that soap has a really good spot as the gatekeeper of things.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll
Is it better or worse than soap? Things that are worse than soap. The
Space
telephone. Space travel. Social media.
I love boats, but I actually don't think this is that high up.
Are you kidding?
I would disagree.
Bro, are you
wholeheartedly.
straight up kidding?
I don't think it's that high up. Not S. Maybe. Well,
It's
I put
better
the-
than space
Long
travel.
distance
I
trading.
actually put this above cars, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I just figured you'd be like S plus, which I think it's
Boats?
high, but
Boats are the trains of the sea.
Not wrong.
Yeah,
Like, we
it was-
discovered all of the fucking world because of boats, bro.
is it okay? Is it better than roads?
Mm.
It can't be better than
No.
roads, right? Can't be better. Than
No shot. No, it's. I think it's worse than roads because roads.
No, actually, I
kinda
put it
go
above
anywhere.
roads.
Roads
Really?
are the
I put it
gate.
above road,
Roads
yeah.
are the gate.
We still use ships as like one of our main transportation uses between countries.
Yeah.
I love boats. Boats are great. Boats are better than roads. Straight
Mm,
up. Yep. Straight up.
I think they got to go like right next to each other. Okay, you know what? Here's why roads are better slightly than boats,
Uh-huh.
because you can build a bridge. That's it. I mean, I know there's like stories of like guys just like picking up a boat and carrying it across a little like piece of land to get to the other side, like instead of building a canal or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, a bridge. Bridge is classic. I should have put bridge on here. I don't know why I didn't. But canals are
Well,
canals take a lot
Boats
of
can
work.
also ferry cars. We do have ferries.
This is-
At this point, why aren't we just putting all the modes of transportation together? Because they're all just about as viably important as each
But a
other.
plane is definitely better than like a boat.
Yeah, yeah. A boat is just a sky train.
A boat?
A boat is a
A
SkyTrain?
boat is a SkyTrain?
No, I mean a plane is a sky. You know what I'm trying to say.
It's up to you guys. I think it's good this way. I think road is.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
fine.
fine where it is.
Okay.
It's fun.
Then really, there's only one more. This is concrete.
What's-
Concrete. This was your idea, Travis.
Yeah.
Really cool, great for building. Terrible for pollution.
Is it? Isn't it just rocks? Is it concrete just squished up rocks?
There's a bit more to it. It's a. I think it is a chemical reaction between a type of. There's a particular type of rock with water. It turns into a slurry.
Made by heating limestone to high temperatures, which releases CO2 as a chemical reaction. That's what I'm reading.
Okay,
But
so
you can build things really fast.
yeah,
You can build strong structures with it. That is true.
If you didn't have it, I think we would just build things like slower, and it would just be more expensive.
yeah.
Like, I don't think. Do you really need concrete? I'm just gonna put it right here. for
Okay.
Well, let's start at the bottom and go up. I think.
now. Okay, gunpowder and social media.
I think that social media is better than gunpowder.
I'm like on the fence there.
Better.
Social media can be used to organize groups of people. It
Yeah.
is a way for like-minded individuals to communicate. It is like the
I would.
one of the best ways to disseminate information. Okay, maybe not the best, but most effective ways.
It just leads to
So-
tribalism. It just goes straight back to tribalism. I think gunpowder honestly belongs in C. I think AI actually belongs in D as well. Maybe alongside 3D
I
printing.
can agree with you there. I think AI is worse than social media.
Should we move it down?
Yes. I think,
Um,
honestly, I think we could probably move the cell phone down to D tier. Like, it's better than social media. It's better than AI. I don't know if it's as important as gunpowder, but, like, you have the phone right there. And the phone is just, like, a more important version of the cell phone. And you have the computer in B
True.
tier, and it's just a more important version of the cell phone.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
cell phone just
very-
kind of marries the two, and I feel like in a bad way sometimes. Honestly, like
Yeah.
it is purely convenience.
So we want to move it down a whole tier?
I would put cell phones and 3D printing into D.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I think gunpowder is lower than it needs to be as it is. I think leave it at high D.
What is your argument for gunpowder?
My
I wanna
argument for gunpowder is like legitimately just that it has helped us innovate in certain areas.
Like what?
Mining is one thing.
Sure. Name
right,
another thing.
All right, I'll tell you. Like, let's Google this.
Is it like an important chemical reagent for other more important things?
Signals flares.
Fireworks are fun.
I feel like it could go a little higher, and since you guys want it down here, I feel like it's right where it should be. But
Yes,
I
I think-
legitimately believe it belongs in C. I legitimately do.
I could go
I
low
mean-
C.
I could also go for low C. I'm not invested in this argument.
That's completely fair.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 In what world?
Do you really
In what
need
war-
concrete? I mean, I know
what
you don't need
Do you
money.
really need money?
I'm just saying, like, historically, it's been very convenient. It's,
Historically, money has caused a lot of fucking problems.
That's human greed, not money itself.
I can't
Mhm.
believe that social media is worse than money. I
It
can't.
is worse than money.
Yeah.
I look at my cell phone and I'm like, this misery square will occasionally
Okay.
bring me joy.
I am seeing
It will
that.
occasionally.
Okay, I'm going to leave those two over there for now. Radio and TV. TV is just slightly better, right?
TV is just a better radio.
Okay. The telephone.
Yeah.
I still think the radio is more important than the TV.
I would, as an emergency device, I would agree with that. Yes.
Okay, maybe, yeah, because you really don't need the TV.
No, TV is
Yeah,
basically
we can
purely
put the
entertainment.
radio up. Now, internet and phone, we think phone's more important than internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Actually, the space shuttle should probably go down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because like
It's really cool.
realistically, space travel is going to be clutch. It's going to be big, probably, but like right now, it's not that important.
No.
Humanity's future may rest on space travel.
So
Unfortunately,
what about right here?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I like a TV.
Yeah, TV's good. I think that's fine.
TV goaded.
B, soap.
Soap,
and
okay.
fabrics.
Hear me the fuck out. Soap needs
Where
to
on
go
B
up.
what should soap be?
Above, honestly, no cap right now. Between satellites and canning.
I would definitely put it below.
I would say the calendar needs to go down. It's not
I disagree wholeheartedly with that one.
not that important, man.
Fuck time.
Fuck time. Fuck time.
Oh my
I hate
shit,
knowing.
man.
I hate having a way to conceptualize my mortality. It brings me nothing but pain.
Anxiety.
Soap, based as hell. Love soap.
Okay, I'm willing to put it above the calendar for sure. I could agree with. Reese, what's your defense for the calendar, or timekeeping in general?
Yeah. Putting
Oh,
the
God.
concept of time on trial.
I guess so.
A time trial, if you will.
This feels like such a terrible argument. With the ability to keep time versus keeping
So-
clean.
Yes,
And-
correct.
Yeah. How well did like ancient soap kill germs though?
I mean, probably about as well as normal soap. It's just animal fat and like. If you
I mean,
want it to
some
smell
modern
good.
soaps actually do it worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you don't want to take your chances with germs back then.
No.
Definitely not.
Listen, I'm gonna say it. Soap was holding it down before we had antibiotics, before we had vaccination, before we had any modern medicine. Soap's holding it down. I have never looked at a calendar and felt anything but anxiety.
I think
I look at a bar of soap and I'm like, that's my little
Just
clean
be-
friend.
If the sundial is
It's always that
included with
simple.
the calendar,
Sundial.
Anyway, moving on. Satellite.
I think it's more important
Then what?
canning
Oh,
and the
really?
pot, honestly.
Yeah, but I don't know. The cans are big.
Cans are pretty
They
cool.
can keep you alive for a long time.
As much as I love like pickles, I mean satellites kind of tell me where to drive my car.
we don't need satellites to live, though.
Yeah, not at
I
all.
Yeah.
do. Have you ever tried to drive anywhere without a GPS?
Yes, I can do it. It's perfectly fine because I know my general vicinity.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, because
okay.
you only have 2 roads in Australia. We have 1 billion of them. I don't know how Australia works.
I'll fight you. I will sick my kangaroo on you, I swear to God.
Attack koala, go.
if you're in some sort of apocalyptic like scenario, I mean, you're gonna want the canned food over the GPS. The satellite might not even work.
Okay, yeah, no,
It
listen.
wouldn't.
Okay, by that logic, if you're in a post-apocalyptic scenario, the radio is going to be a lot more important. Soap's going to be a lot more important. Satellites, all this other shit,
Yeah, but
cars,
food.
bring them down.
This is
So that
food. We're
argument
talking about-
doesn't really hold water.
This is like the thing that with water you gotta have it. You have to.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
gonna
Then
last
by
a
that
long
logic,
time.
you're saying it should be a lot higher.
I'm saying it's better than a satellite.
I disagree.
Computer's perfectly fine where it is.
Yeah,
It is
computer's
an
good.
essential
I
part
love
of modern
computers.
society.
Now, is a plane
Yeah.
better than a bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Nah, put the bow and arrow further up, baby.
Motherfucker, what is it with you and the bow? I know they took your guns away, but like shit, it's not that big a deal. I'm dying. I'm actually dying.
Oh god.
Tech wise, I'm saying the plane is good where it is.
The plane is so cool.
It is cool.
Actually, hold on. Why don't we have trains on this list?
Steam engine.
Good point.
Trains. Let's find a good picture of a train.
That's like
Trains aren't
S
great.
tier, above fire. Honestly, I'm being.
No,
No.
Yeah.
no. That shit belongs underneath boats for
I
me.
think, yeah, roads or boats. This is where you gotta like decide.
Under
It's
boats.
probably so. My mind tells me it's worse than boats, but my heart says it's better.
Yeah, I mean, you still basically have to build a road for it, but
Yeah,
You-
it's
you have
a
to build
road
its
with
own
more.
specialized road for
It's
it.
a road
Once
with
it's-
more steps.
yeah, but once it's built, it's faster.
It is genuinely fast.
You can just put a wheel on a road, and it's probably going to be all right. If you don't know how to make a train, like it's kind of just fucked.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
Roads, cartography, aqueducts.
Hear me
I
out.
think that goes above cartography for sure.
Hear me out. Indoor plumbing is
Yeah.
better than the wheel. It's better than the wheel.
You know what? Indoor plumbing is better than
Yeah.
planes.
You can put indoor plumbing is so sick. You can put it on a plane.
You know what else is on a plane? A wheel.
It's not that great. How about the fridge? I think the fridge is better than a wheel.
Ah,
I know.
Fridge
Fridge up, yeah.
Bridge up.
I disagree. I disagree.
I'm done with A.
Yeah.
I'm done with
Yeah.
A. I think it's good. I don't know. This kind of looks good.
Yeah, I think that like that order, fire,
Maybe,
agriculture, electricity is pretty good.
I think we already got this pre-sorted, yeah.
Yeah, that one's that's pretty good. Stone tools
Yeah.
is not on the list.
I mean, that seems. I don't know. That's like. Yeah, I guess we could put that. Where would you put it?
Above money.
Yeah, I give you that.
Above the wheel.
I don't know. That one just kind of seems like a given because it's like
Yeah.
a stone tool could just be a rock.
Yeah.
But I guess.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah.
Just rocks above fire. Just get us a picture of a rock and put it above fire for me.
Yes, me. Me put rock over fire. Ow, rock hot.